These guys just like lose their at everything. The most masculine thing you can do is get mad at a Disney production made for children. What are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Shouts out to Pedro Pascal, who posted the support of Rachel Zegler. Pedro shared the story on his Instagram page. Says, at Rachel Zegler, hashtag icon. I like that there are still people in Hollywood that are unafraid of being, what do you call it? They're unafraid of just like being political. Like Pedro Pascal is obviously one of these people. He has a trans sister who he loves very much. So he's very pro-trans. He's obviously has a socialist family, like historical socialism in his background, in his lineage. I saw a tweet about Pedro the other day that I thought was pretty funny. They were like, there's a real old Hollywood vibe to Pedro Pascal where they keep talking about him like, oh, which lady will finally lock him down? Like as though, he's not, he's I'm not going to say nothing. Are you getting him on stream? Oh, dude, that would be amazing. It would be amazing to get Pedro on stream. It's wild to me that the media is going to run with this anti-genocide girl that ruined the box office for the new Snow White, not the script and the Gal Gadot boycott. Yeah, I don't think anybody cares. Like, that's the other side of this is that, like, I think most people just didn't care about the Snow White thing. It felt like they dumped the project fairly early on because there was no there's no marketing for it. Like when a movie that is this big budget doesn't get like a lot of marketing attached to it, you can kind of tell that they don't care. They're burning it. Vanity Fair wrote about it. I like that there are like warring factions within Hollywood press right now. It's very cool. They're warring. We'll talk about Gal Gadot too, actually, because there's a new meta on TikTok that the kids at the gym I go to were making fun of. Like everyone loves making fun of Gal Gadot's horrible acting, but it's interesting that like there are certain industry papers that you can tell, like Variety is they're attack dogs. Okay. Variety is the type of and there are good writers there as well. There's good publishers, there's good journalists at Variety as well as there are in every outlet. There's good reporters at the New York Times, right? But their output overall basically is like this Jewish Holocaust survivor director did the most anti-Semitic thing possible by saying Israel's doing a genocide. We should kill him. like they'll be like, the stars are all out tonight. All of Hollywood's most famous actors and directors have signed a petition. And then you look at the petition and it's like a Google Doc being like, we should arrest the guy who made Zone of Interest. And it's just like an editable link of a Google Doc. It's like, that's not a real petition. And the Hollywood stars that signed on to it are like Michael Rappaport. That's not, you know what I mean? None of those people are Hollywood stars. Get out of here. So in any case, I like that Vanity Fair at least is reporting on this and being like, yeah, this is not working actually. But my speculation is they just basically dumped it. Like they dumped the project. It's something that they do. It's something that studios do in general, where they'll turn around and be like, okay, we're not going to be able to farm this. We'll just use this as like a tax. Like we'll use this as a major loss and then, lower our tax burden, right? Or they sometimes will do it to extend IP, things of that nature. But the reason why I say that like this wasn't a project that they were really invested in beyond the $200+ million that they dumped into it was because of the lack of marketing. And this is stuff that they do all the time, like especially in the age of streamers where they just don't market this stuff. They just kind of like let it sit out there in and of itself with seemingly no reason, right? But ultimately, they came after Rachel Zegler because she's outspoken. She's an outspoken actress who is both quote unquote political because she's a brown woman and young, but also because she is actually kind of outspoken, right? And, you know, she has that like 2016 era liberal, maybe even leftist vibes to her in a way that in a package that is also rubbing people the wrong way because she's also like a brown woman, right? That's it. She's half Polish. It don't matter, dog. That's not what people are looking at, okay? No one is busting out the calipers. They're like, no, she's a brown woman. This is the way they approach it. So kindly, she's not brown. Oh my God. Why are all the wokes in the chat are like, excuse me, I traced her ethnic heritage and I found that she is not indigenous enough to be considered brown. Like, shut up. Okay. We're not talking about people's skin color here. Okay. We're talking about why right wingers hate her. You don't have to do freaking phrenology in the woke way right now. Okay. You're not brown. Please shut up. Wait, what? I'm not. I didn't say I was. What does this have to do with me? Oh my God, this guy. I'm going to time you out for an hour. I can tell this is Cal is on one today. Okay. You're getting an hour time off for your own good. Okay. For your own good. Cause you're being incredibly annoying this morning. Anyway, so yeah, she's outspoken. She says some shit about Snow White. She did like the classic, like, oh, it's not going to be the old school Snow White, movie. It's going to be something different, whatever. But what the studio wanted to basically, this project that they were already invested in dumping, right? They wanted to say there's a reason for this flop. And basically they pointed all those fingers at Rachel Zegler, partially because she's outspoken and partially because she said free Palestine. And we covered this story already, but it's cool that all these like big bad industry papers turned around and wrote articles about how she actually is the reason why the Snow White movie is failing, and not because of like Gal Gadot or not because of any other reason, not because it got a 1.8 on IMDb. Like, these are not, she is not the only reason why this project kind of fell apart. Okay. That's ridiculous. Yeah. She said free Palestine at the tail end on the, when they were out promoting the movie. That's the reason why the movie sucks. That's neither here nor there. Review bombing by chuds who never saw the movie and show. So the other side of this that I also can't stand is that, like, it's just not for me. Like, this movie was not made for me. Okay? Like, I understand that. It's Snow White. I don't give a shit about Snow White. I'm sorry. You know? Maybe if I had some daughters or something, like, that would make sense. I would have to go and like begrudgingly watch it. But like, why are so many 40-year-old men, except for Benny Johnson, who is gay? Okay, so that's different. But why are so many like 48-year-old straight men, divorced dads, or just like people that don't even have daughters, right? Why are they chirping about Snow White not being like hot enough or whatever? It's such a strange thing. It does not make any sense. Like, this guy, Snow White, it's even worse than I expected. 4.3 million views 8 days ago. These guys they were never supposed to watch this movie. They don't want to watch the movie. They just want to about this movie. But the movie's not for you. It's like me freaking out about Bluey, you know? That's what it feels like to me. Am I crazy? I don't know. Maybe I am crazy. Or maybe everyone else has become increasingly more insane, where these guys just like lose their shit at everything. And it's supposed to be the most masculine thing you can do. The most masculine thing you can do is get mad at a Disney production made for children. What are you doing? Like, what are you doing? It's for girls. It's for children. It's for like babies and maybe some gay men, you know? Like what? Not everything is supposed to serve you. Has Snow White ever, was the intention for Snow White to serve you well into your adulthood? Like, I don't understand. The movie was bad though. Rachel was good, but the movie is bad. I know. But even if the movie was good, I would still say it's not for me. I don't give a. And I think there's a level of freedom and a level of honesty in saying, I don't care about this. Okay? These guys, on the other hand, cannot do that because they cannot do that. They have to. They have to make it. They have to complain. Why do we care it though? I don't care about the movie at all. I care about this. I care about these losers like losing their goddamn minds over it. I care about the culture surrounding rage bait outrage merchants. Okay, this is what they do. This is what they sell. They sell outrage. Was the original Snow White Asmongold's favorite movie? That's what I that's the thing. Like, I don't know if we can just like get people to snap out of it like this either. I try to. I try my best. I'm like, hey, I don't think you care about this. Like, why do you care about this so much? Like, are you okay? You know, is everything all right? Like, in the real world, if a friend of mine that is around my age, if like a 30-plus-year-old guy friend of mine was like, bro, you seen this Snow White shit? I'd be like, what are you saying? No, I haven't. Why has this thought ever crossed your mind? You don't care about this. You watched a podcast that told you should care about this. The f- wrong with you? Be your own goddamn man. Be a man. Be a man. Be a man. Okay? Be a man. You're a bot. Doesn't make sense. Ask Cutie, she's a Disney adult though. Well, that's the other side of the story, is that the film is not also good in and of itself. So I don't even think the Disney adults are on board with this regardless. There's just nothing. I mean, there's no better situation for these Gamergate losers than to like, this is a perfect storm because it's also a dog product. When big budget production gets the crosshairs from the outrage merchants, right? But it actually does solid sales or it actually reaches like critical acclaim or whatever, then they kind of have to throw it out. They just kind of have to move on to the next thing. But when something that they had the crosshairs on actually fails at the box office, then they never let it go. Like with Baldur's Gate 3. Baldur's Gate 3 was a video game that every gamer was demanding for decades at this point. They were very excited when it came out. So they couldn't talk about how gay it was. You know, all these outrage merchants, they wanted to farm it, but they couldn't farm how gay Baldur's Gate 3 was because it was awesome. And it got critical acclaim very quickly. Buzz Lightyear movie did horrible, Hasan. What are you talking about? What is Buzz Lightyear movie? What? See, this is what I mean. I don't know what this is. I don't know what I don't even know what this is. You know what I mean? I don't care. I don't care. I don't know. Like, I am way more interested in like trying to understand why supposedly straight adults that are over the age of 30 are losing their over freaking Snow White, dude. Do you have a baby brain? It's so incredibly soy. It's so goddamn soy. You're a baby. You're a child. Like, what are you doing? And it seems that there's a lot of children out there. So, like, you know, this kind of stuff does get a lot of motion. Is it not the same with anime? Yeah, you could say that. I like baby adjacent content in that regard. I mean, I watch shonen for sure. But to be fair, shonen is the target market for shonen isn't just for children. Like, it definitely is from children all the way to adults. Anyway, here's the blast off. Snow White exposed the soy, right? Yeah, I just don't get it when these guys fucking complain about, like, when they complain about, you know, video games not being good, or specifically target video games that are not for them, right? That were never made for them. You know, it just doesn't make any sense. Avatar: The Last Airbender is for everyone, not just kids. Yeah. Oh my God. Speaking of Avatar: The Last Airbender, I had a moment this morning where I almost teared up a little bit. I was on TikTok, and this dude was like, this dude had an instrument and played this like song from Avatar: The Last Airbender with this like random, this weird instrument, and I got like emotional. It wasn't Leaves from the Vine, it was the other one. Dun 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 dun. Leaves from the Vine always gets me though. That one always gets me. Oh man, Uncle Iroh, war criminal on his redemption arc. I can't believe that Barbie Girl Time Adventure is woke is unplayable to the 50-year-old man. That's what I'm saying. It's just like, if you find yourself complaining about this shit, that means like your life is too good, man. You're looking for shit to complain about, and it's like, it's loser shit. Complaining about this stuff is loser. You're a loser. You're a whole ass loser, bro.